What's up, guys? It's your boy Luca Bazooka, and first off, I just want to say that YouTube needs to fix their live streams. It's not funny anymore. It's choppy, and I don't know, maybe it's my end, but I don't know. Anyways, so I had to do this video. This is like the third time. I had to take down the second one because the audio was crap again. But anyways, back to the match. Today's topic is the fact that Mourinho never changes, as Man U are now back in the Champions League after winning the UEFA Europa League against Ajax 2-0. Now, despite many criticism of his style of play, and despite, obviously his usual detractors saying, oh man, he took the easy route. He didn't want to fight for top four because he just couldn't do it. He has an expensive squad. Pogba is, the most expensive player. They should be winning every match 10-0. He just practically gave up and took the easy route. And now, exactly. Everyone is still, arguing against his style of play, at the fact that, he had to park the bus against a bunch of U23 players from Ajax. No credit to them though, they're all young and talented like the Monaco lads, but obviously the inexperience is what they don't have in comparison to the Man U squad. But this is just a classic Mourinho victory. Ever since the 5-0, 6-2 he suffered from playing against Barcelona, who were the best team in the world at that time, when Mourinho made the grave mistake of trying to play open football and sticking it to him. And, Madrid got shredded 5-0, 6-2, big margins. Ever since then, he just said, we're not doing this. And ever since then, he's stuck with, the usual 2-0. A 1-0 win is good enough for him. A lot of people will call it the small team mentality, but you need to keep in mind that Mourinho has never been about style. Mourinho has always been about results, because you do not get a trophy for playing the most beautiful football. You do not get a trophy for, looking good on the pitch. You get a trophy for winning the final. You get a trophy for winning a match. That is it. That's a fact that you cannot argue against with. I mean, you can, say what you want about Mourinho, and I hate to sound like I'm defending him, but, I try to look at things from his point of view, at least as close to his point of view as, I can get. But at the same time, it's drip-drap football, and it's an eyesore to watch, especially when you have all these great attacking talents and you see them playing like a bunch of CBs. It's like, huh? Raggy? Anyways. But credits to Mourinho, and credits to Ajax for making it into the final of the UEFA Europa League. And another thing I want to say on to the next point is that keep in mind Van Gaal also had UEFA Europa League, but it's crazy how it took him, what was it, 2 plus seasons, and he couldn't do what Mourinho practically just did in one. Keep in mind, Mourinho has won the Community Shield in the preseason. Then mid-season, he wins the Football League Cup, the Capital One Cup, aka the Reserves Trophy Cup. And now he ends it with the UEFA Europa League, and Man U are right back in the Champions League. And speaking of that, like I said, with Man U winning the Champions League, this also makes the UEFA Super Cup in a friendly, in the preseason, much more exciting, because now we could get Man U versus one of Real Madrid or Juventus. That's crazy. It's been a long time since, 2 big clubs have faced off in the UEFA Super Cup. It's just been Madrid, Barca, and, 1 or 2 other token clubs picking up those trophies. But, and speaking of preseason, the Intercontinental Champions League, or whatever the hell they call that, also has Madrid and Barca, a classical friendly that is also going to be played. I highly doubt Ronaldo is going to take part in it because of the Confederations Cup. He's going to need some time to rest, so he's going to skip preseason and, just so he can rest. But man, if there was any time to pay attention to preseason, now is the time. The time is now. But on to other things. Hearts and prayers go out to the people in Manchester concerning the insane, the bombings at the Ariana Grande concerts. We're praying for the loved ones to be reunited with each other and, be consoled, because, nobody deserves to just, lose their life because they went to a concert. And man, it's people out here making crazy decisions. Anyways, let's move on to the next topic. Now, again, like I said, despite the criticisms, despite everything, Mourinho, at the end of the day, gets the last laugh and continues to prove his detractors wrong. And after the match, he said this is the most important trophy in his career. And I think we all know that I don't know, I'm not even going to take that serious at all. This is coming from a man that has won the Champions League twice, and he's saying this is the most important trophy in his career. I don't know, maybe he's trolling people, or he's just trying to make it look like the UEFA Europa League is as big as the Champions League, which it's not. But I don't know where he was going with that one. But once again, congrats to Man U. And I have to say, if there was any man or any coach that can, turn a club's fortunes in their darkest of times, Mourinho is the guy. Look at what he did with Madrid. Look at, what he's also done with... Look at what he also did with Chelsea. Made them champions in their second season, despite them firing him midway through his third season. But now look at Man U. He's gotten them back in the Champions League. His first season, his first goal, and he's also brought 3 trophies along the line. I mean, that's a great achievement, man. That's a great achievement. But I'm gonna end it there. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Like, share, and subscribe. I'm out.